One of the things that came out of this was trying to get tutors to actually grow with their learners was particularly difficult. What they were quite happy to grow with their learners in was developing resource in content and background procedures. However, being engaged at that front level was a bit challenging for some of them. Some of them took to it quite well, but a large number of them just weren't quite happy with that. And so that tells us a lot about, and it's very consistent throughout our whole industry, is that some people are quite willing to take that next step and some are going to do that in their own time. That probably will happen, but it'll probably happen over time. And some of them just won't, they'll just stay in their comfort zones. To make it easier for tutors to start using these new methods of communication and building resource and doing things outside of their normal comfort zones required an instructional designer to be able to work directly with them, to give them the comfort to be able to say, yeah, I'm a bit unsure about this and I really don't want to do that. It was contingent on me to actually challenge that in a soft way without saying anything too derogatory or derivative. It's really contingent on instructional designers to be able to produce a scenario for them and give them the value behind it and their place in that scenario. So for instance, in terms of using video cameras on mobile phones and for students to be able to use an SMS to be able to send that back, we didn't have the technology in place for that to allow that transition to the learning management system, but allowed that direct communication between learners and allowed the direct communication between learners and the tutor. The opportunity for me as an instructional designer then is to try and change the tutor. And the ways that we do this is, number one, demonstrate the technology. Number two, also get them to participate in a trial of it that is separate to the normal work that they're doing. And then third, to try and maintain the communication between myself and the tutor and talking about it all the time. And this in effect normalises it. So if it's a normal part of our conversation, a normal part of our approach to designing the course, then they accept it eventually as a normal part of that. And the likelihood of them adapting to it is very much stronger than it would be if you just suddenly introduced it and said you must have one of these and go ahead and start learning that. They're going to be very resistant to it.